This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com. Hello and welcome back. It's been another month, another episode of the Nightwing News. I am Phil, and returning our world traveler.
Hi, I'm Kristen.
And, well, we got some stuff in the, we got a Nightwing issue, but we got some stuff in the news to talk about too, and Young Justice returned. All right. I don't know. Where should we go first?
I figured let's do the issue.
Oh, you want to do the issue first? Okay.
Good. I mean, that's the most Nightwing-y thing that's happened.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know if we should save the Nightwing for last, but yeah, no, that's fine. Nightwing 62.
62. All right.
Our Year of the Villain tie-in.
Yeah, I am cautiously optimistic. I liked what I read so far. Well, there were a couple things that made me sad because he was like, that rich man showed up and I can't care about someone I don't remember. And I was like, because that just feels a little artificial to me, because part of Dick's thing is that he's someone who really cares about people. So it's, obviously he really cares about B and these new people. So it seems odd that he would just like be so totally blowing those people off. So I feel like that's not necessarily in character. That's just there for the sake of plot convenience, or whatever. So that stuff made me like, but I am pretty excited to see where this goes. Yeah, of course, right at the end when he was, like, oh, I'll give you your grandson. And, now that he doesn't have the Batman holding him back. But I'm pretty sure, and this better be what happens, is that, of course, Dick doesn't need Batman to be a good person. Like, he is a good person. Batman didn't make him a good person. He is just that way. And so even when he doesn't remember the Batman's code, he still will not become an owl.
I know. I mean, I thought this was like one of the better issues since this whole thing started. Maybe the best whole thing started, but I don't know. Again, it's like, are they spinning the wheels? Because it's like he's wearing a new costume, and it's like, again, why are we still I mean, I get it. If you don't want to give him his memory back, fine. But if he's putting a suit on, why isn't he putting a Nightwing suit on? Which I have yet another theory about that, because we said about the whole Tom King thing. But didn't they say in season 2 of Titans, he's becoming Nightwing? We're getting the Nightwing suit.
Yeah, I think that's what they said.
I wonder if they're waiting to coincide with that to bring him back. I wonder, and when he becomes Nightwing again, is he going to get a new suit that just coincidentally looks like the TV suit?
Well, I guess it depends on what the team.
I don't know. Marvel and DC, it seems like they always like to sway that way with closer to the TV shows and movies.
Oh, yeah.
Like they think they're going to drag in new people or something.
I guess that depends on what the Nightwing suit looks like, because they seem to have at least figured out now that since he's been in, although I know the finger stripes come and go, but that's sort of like basic finger stripe suit. This one.
Yeah.
They seem to know that they have a winner there. And so they pretty much keep it. So long as they basically keep it to that.
Yeah, I think it'll be black and blue. I think they've learned their lesson there. I think it's just going to be what configuration, the black and the blue,
Right. But yeah, hopefully it will be pretty similar. But yes, I'm thinking, but I don't know. But I'm thinking that the owls must do because they mess with your brain and that kind of stuff. And that presumably, I feel like he'll get his memory back through something that the owls do.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I hope. I feel like, I don't know, it's comic books and this kind of stuff. So I feel like there should be magic in there somewhere where you get your memory back. So I'm just waiting for that to happen.
Batman, the Court of Owls. Somebody probably has like a backup of his brain on their computer somewhere.
Right, yeah, or the owls do something and then it's like, oh, the thing that was blocking. I mean, I don't really understand amnesia. I'm not that kind of doctor, but like obviously comic books don't really understand amnesia either.
Yeah,
I mean, they just use it as a convenient plot device. So why can't the owls do something and all of a sudden whatever's blocking his brain is unblocked and he's like, oh, I remember my life with Bruce Wayne and stuff. Particularly because he was in that episode, he was like, oh, the redhead and the butler and the rich man and the kid. I'm like, oh, Damien, like I want him to get his memory back so he can be Damien. I mean, surely DC's figured out that one of the things people love about Nightwing is the connections he has to other characters. So even though we don't necessarily want him to, it's like, yeah, we don't want him to be playing a sidekick to Batman, but we also don't want him to never interact with other people in the Bat family. So like,
and then like he told B like his whole life story, I used to be Robin and everything.
Right.
I'm just worried, or is that what's going to shock him back into being his old self, or are the Court of Owls or someone going to kill B?
I know. I'm nervous. I feel like something really bad is going to happen too.
I'm just worried they're setting that up as Man Pain, and
I know she might be getting fridged, and that would be
yeah.
I know because I like her.
Mm-hmm.
She's cool. She's nice.
I know, but I was just like, oh my Lord, now she knows all the secrets.
I know exactly. Yeah, it's like
it's a hop, skip, and a jump to her figuring out Bruce Wayne is Batman. I'm like, oh no, is she dead soon?
Well, and even her, not yeah, of course. It's like people are. I mean, I don't understand how people don't put it together instantaneously. I mean, I understand that it's just kind of funny because they used to, I mean, maybe they do others, but one of the things was like, Tim's so smart. He figured out who Batman and Robin were. But you're like, I feel like that is not the best example of how smart Tim is because more people should be able to figure it out.
Well, they kind of retconned it, but in New 52, that's right. I mean, Lex Luthor figured out who Batman was after Dick got outed. Remember?
Sure, yeah. I mean, it's like it's not that hard.
No, exactly. It's like, oh, who raised him after his parents died, and who has lots of money to be Batman?
Right. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because we live in a world with superhero comics, but I feel like seeing Batman and knowing his gadgets used to be like, Batman's a rich guy who has emotional issues. I bet it's Bruce Wayne because his parents were murdered.
Yeah, I mean, unless I think it's still in canon, but when Grant Morrison did Batman Incorporated, he had Bruce come out and say, and hold a big press conference and say, "Hey, I fund Batman. I buy all his stuff." So, I mean, that's the only thing.
Right? Yeah. So that could work if you tried something like that. But yeah, I mean, it's fine. Whatever. We're only suspension of disbelief. It's just funny. Once, I was many years ago, but I saw some funny. I want to say it was on like crack.com or something, but it was this video where it was teenage girls having a slumber party. It was like City, and in their slumber party, they were like, "Oh my God, Bruce Wayne is Batman!" and then like immediately the Gotham police came in and they were like, "No, he's not," and whatever. And they were like, "You have to." And they were basically like, you have to take down this video you put saying Bruce Wayne is Batman or we're taking you to jail or whatever. And then at the very end, Commissioner Gordon turns and looks at somebody and he's like, those girls were 15. I can't believe it took them that long to figure it out. Or something like that. It was pretty funny.
But yeah, and then I wonder what if Dick's going to come up with, or Rick is going to come up with a new code name for himself because he's wearing this suit with like, what is that, silver gray pads like on his shoulders and his knees and stuff.
Yeah, where did he get that? I thought he didn't have any money.
He stole it. No.
Yeah, who knows? Whatever, it's fine. It's hand wavy stuff because I feel like, I don't know. Whatever. That's maybe something that I don't know if this is a male thing or something, but I never quite understand why so many people in comics are like, I don't want your money. Whatever. I'm like, if somebody was gonna make sure I had a roof over my head, I would be okay with that.
I don't know. I think they're just, again, I don't know if there's like some behind the scenes reason why they don't want him with Bruce Wayne because of the whole Tom King stuff, or just, it's like, oh well, they don't want people to say, oh, he's just a hero because of Batman buys all his stuff.
Right. It just feels like
But
if this were the real world, surely that would be like, okay, Bruce would be like, okay, I understand you don't remember me, but like I really don't want you to be homeless. So how about you live in this apartment?
but have they retconned everything? Because I swear at one point didn't he have like the life insurance settlement from his parents? Then wasn't he making money from the Haley Circus? I mean, I swear they've come up with.
Yeah, well, that was a New 52. Then he like lost a bunch of his money when the circus got burned down or something. But yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Well, that's the other thing is he was in Bloodhaven before he got shot, so like he has an apartment somewhere.
Yeah, well, that
remember that he has an apartment.
Well, again, how long was he in the hospital? I mean,
yeah, that's true.
Was Bruce paying the rent? I don't know, but it's just.
Well, I feel like it's an apartment in Bloodhaven, and Bruce is a gazillionaire. Surely he could afford to pay Dick's like $500 rent on his one bedroom, and then he could be like, "Hey, you already have this apartment. Why don't you go live in it instead of couch surfing on people's houses that don't know it?"
But that was the funniest thing in this issue is just like, he was protecting Bloodhaven before he got shot, but then, now he's like, oh no, everything from that part of my life is done with. But where's the first place he runs back to? Bloodhaven.
Right, yeah. I mean, what? Yeah.
Funny. Oh, you know what I wanted to ask you, because Nightwing's like the only like current book you're reading from DC right now, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
What did you think of the Lex Luthor stuff at the end? Were you confused or?
Yes, yeah. What Lex Luthor is like in a machine or something?
I mean, long story short, I mean he's got like a cosmic upgrade. He basically like faked his own death, and like he like gave away his fortune to like.
What?
Yeah, basically he wants people to be bad, and then like in all the books he's been going around to like different criminals and stuff, and like offering like them help and support to like take down different heroes and stuff.
Oh, so Lex is like a big behind the scenes guy, and this You're the villain.
Yeah, he's basically the main catalyst. He's basically, here, let me buy you some help here, kid.
Oh, okay.
I mean, basically, all this month he's been like coming to everybody at the end of the, a villain or somebody.
Okay.
Because I think it was last week maybe or the week before. Yeah, he came to Jason in the Red Hood book, and he wants Red Hood to train some bad guys.
Oh, interesting. Who's in Red Hood's crew now? Is it still the same as Rebirth, or did they change it up?
Well, Artemis and Bizarro are kind of lost in the multiverse right now. Okay. He was mixing it. He had a new wingman, and what was that dude's name? Bunker from the New 52 Titans. But yeah, it looks like he was running. He locked up Oswald Cobblepot and was running the Iceberg Casino, but now it looks like he's doing all this Year of the Villain stuff. I don't know if he's going to go undercover because Lex is like, you were trained by Batman. Here, come train the troops.
Okay. Because is Starfire in Teen Titans?
No. I'm not reading it, but there's like what is it? Justice League Odyssey. There's like a team out in space, and it's like Starfire, Cyborg, and a couple other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's up with Roy? Is he still dead?
Roy's still dead, supposedly. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless he's Leviathan.
Wally's still dead.
No.
Okay.
Heroes in Crisis. There was a weird thing where in the last issue they did something weird. I don't know if they were trying to change stuff the last second, but he basically with time travel, he sent like a dead clone of himself back to complete the time loop or whatever, and then they kind of locked him up.
Wow.
But then I don't know what they're doing, because I think sometime in the next few months they're coming out with a new, I think it's called Flash Forward. It's a mini series, but it's going to be like a Wally centric mini series. So.
Oh, that's cool.
So I don't know if they're going to try to correct some stuff.
Okay, well, fair enough. Yeah. They kind of got a lot of Wally stuff to correct. It's gotten a bit confusing, to say the least.
Yeah. And then I'd seen it a while ago, but I know you said that you saw that they mentioned that in the Young Justice book, Brian Michael Bendis is going to give Tim Drake a new identity.
Yeah, is the Young Justice book the only book Tim's in right now?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well,
Because he was in Detective Comics for a while with Spoiler and the whole team, and then they kind of shut that whole thing down. Yeah, and then Tim kind of hooked back up with Young Justice, and right now they're like kind of lost in the multiverse.
I was gonna say, because technically Young Justice is not the same.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna try to I don't know if they're trying to add make that past stuff canon, because all of a sudden they're like, wait a minute, we remember being a team. What the heck happened?
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if
I was thinking the idea was the Wonder Comics was kind of a separate universe or something, but
I mean, that's the way they play it, but I don't know if it's a separate universe or more oh yeah, all the other books won't really affect these books. I think the main thing is just it's supposed to be for, I don't know, younger readers or teen readers maybe.
Sure. I mean, which is fine. Personally, I thought that when the New 52 came out, that instead of doing that, that's what they should have done, was keep on keeping on in what they were doing, and then do other stuff or whatever, that they could have been whatever. I mean, comics, you can do whatever you want, so you didn't have to reboot. You could have just been hey, that universe is over. Let's have a new one.
And don't get me started on the whole Superboy situation.
Okay, yeah.
Because Connor Kent's back with Young Justice, but meanwhile, Superman has a son, but Michael Bendis is writing the Superman book, so he kind of aged up Lois and Clark's, what is he, 10 or 11-year-old son? Now
Jonathan Kent, that's in the Super Sons with Damian, right?
Yeah, but Bendis,
I don't read that one either.
Bendis aged him up. Now he's more 17 or something.
Confusing.
Because Bendis, I guess, is relaunching a Legion of Superheroes book, so I guess they're sending Jonathan Kent to the future to be in the Legion of Superheroes.
Wow. That's confusing.
Yes, I know. And they wonder.
So does that mean Super Sons is going to be over?
Well, they even said when they Super Sons was only 12 issues. It was a maxi series.
Oh, it was. Oh, okay.
But they even said when it started, they're like, "Oh, this is before all the Bendis stuff."
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that it was maxi series.
Yeah, they even promoted it when it started. They're like, "Oh yeah, this is the
okay,
John and Damien's last ride before stuff changes."
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Dang. Yeah.
Boy, and they wonder why they're not getting new readers.
I know these people, and I'm whoa. It's you decide to drop a couple books, and man, it's complicated.
Especially with Bendis, he always tries to reinvent the wheel wherever he goes.
So then, what's up with Gotham Girl and them? Are they gone, or are they still hanging out in Detective?
Gotham Girl just Batman 75 came out this week. Tom King's still using Gotham Girl.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Oh my lord, yeah, and the Flashpoint Batman's running around, so.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Right, yeah.
He doesn't want his son to be Batman, so.
Right, yeah. I haven't really been.
Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking. If not before, by the end of the year, we might get Nightwing back, because Tom King's off the Batman book in I think the end of the year.
Right, yeah, he was supposed to be up through 100 or something, but they're cutting it short.
Yeah, now he's getting 85 or 86. Yeah, but then he's going to do a Batman Catwoman 12-issue series.
Oh, okay.
Although she showed up in the last page of Batman 75 this week with kind of saving Batman. So
okay, and then is Cass still around as Orphan?
Or yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, there's a new Batman in the Outsiders book.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And she's on that one.
Yeah, she's there with them and Black Lightning and.
Okay. All right, but in the main books, Tim is gone, kind of.
Yeah, like I said, right now Tim's just in Young Justice.
Okay.
Because they're kind of floating around the multiverse, but yeah. So, any thoughts on a new name or costume for Tim?
I don't know. You said he's calling himself Robin, right? But he's wearing a Red Robin outfit, or is it the other way around?
It's the other way around. He's still calling himself Red Robin, but he's his suit kind of looks like his original, red and yellow suit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But instead of one R on his chest, he has two.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think it'll be a new name and a new suit?
I'm thinking. I just wonder, between, I don't know if they want to him not to have Robin in his name anymore. Kind of like, hey, Dick Grayson graduated. Even Jason Todd is Red Hood. Not there's no Robin in his name, and
right.
And I just wonder if they're just like, wonder if there's pressure or if they're just sick of like, hey, there's a restaurant named Red Robin, right?
Right. I mean, it feels like Red Robin is kind of the weakest entry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they kind of passed that identity down because it's like it originally showed up in Kingdom Come where Dick was in a possible future that was Dick, and then
right.
later during what was that Countdown or something, maybe like Jason Todd was like going through the multiverse, he picked up the suit, but then the minute he got back he threw it away.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care what the name. Well, as long as it's not a stupid name, I don't care what.
I'm a high bar though.
I know. I mean, as long as it's a decent name, I don't care what the name is. But I wish he would get a suit back, like his Red Robin suit from like right before New 52.
Yeah, the one the Bolero. That's what you call that, right? With the crossover
that covered most of his head. Yeah.
Yeah. That was probably the best. The Wings ones were kind of like what.
Yeah, the New 52 one was horrible, but
wings just don't work well. I mean, when Dick was Nightwing and he had that second costume that had the wings, that was hands down the worst Nightwing costume.
Yeah, but yeah, well, when he covered most of his head, I'm like, this makes sense. I mean, it's going to cover your face more, keep your identity more of a secret, and two, you can Kevlar that thing up.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, yeah, I don't really have any good guesses as to what it'll be, but it'll be interesting if they try to pick something that's in, because I mean, even though technically Nightwing was a name that had been used before, I mean, most people don't really know that. I mean, that's definitely it definitely felt like a new name, but that also felt really organic to the to the character Dick was in the 80s, and I think they've kept that well, that it makes sense that he would take a name from his buddy Superman, but still operate in like a Batman kind of capacity. But offhand, I don't think of anything that has popped into my head like that for Tim. I mean, it would be cool if they could find something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know offhand what it would be.
And just tangentially, just the connection to the name, I guess they said they're going to have like the Kryptonian Nightwing on season 2 of Krypton. I mean, they're in season 2, so I don't know. I don't know if there's how many episodes are even left, but yeah, supposedly they're going to have the Kryptonian Nightwing and Flamebird. So
they better not make Tim Flamebird though. That feels no. That feels no.
No.
I mean, is somebody running around with the name Flamebird right now? Because that's always possible. Because sometimes Flamebird, but I don't know what's up with her.
The last person I think I remember being Flamebird was Batwoman's cousin.
Yeah, Betty Kane, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we don't get that.
Yeah, but, that starts in October, but the Batwoman show.
Right, and these are not, I always get confused, but they're not on DC Universe, right? They're on actual TV.
Yeah, they're on the CW network. I don't know if they'll make it to, they might make it to the DC Universe eventually, because I think DC's eventually pulling all their stuff off and like, where is it, Netflix or whatever?
Okay.
Because that was the other announcement is the whole, Warner's is coming out with like an HBO Max app, and everyone was like, "Oh, is DC Universe going to go there?" As of right now, they're saying no. So right now, they're not changing DC Universe.
On the one hand, well, no, on all the hands, it's annoying. It's just different hands how it's annoying. Like if you already have cable, then it's annoying that there's this DC app where half the stuff is. But for me, I don't have cable. I have this DC app. So I'm like, oh, what the hell? Why are you putting stuff back on cable? The whole reason I bought the app was it's supposed to have your stuff. It's like go with it.
That's what I'm saying. They might show up eventually on DC Universe, but yeah. Because because like when they come back, like Sunday nights are going to be Supergirl and Batwoman every Sunday night.
Okay, and that starts in the fall, right?
Yeah, October. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and then Arrow's last season is coming up. That's only gonna be 10 episodes. Supposedly they're doing
a long time.
Yeah, they're. Oh yeah, this will be its 8th season, but yeah, it's only 10 episodes. Yeah. Supposedly the crossover they're doing Crisis on Infinite Earth. So
on Arrow.
On all the CW shows.
Oh wow! Okay. Crisis. Oh, that's the one where Dick almost died, right?
The Crisis. Well, that's that one from the '80s where like Barry Allen died and Supergirl.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Infinite Crisis. Yeah. Okay. Crisis on Infinite Earths is the '80s one, right?
Yeah, that's like the very first one.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So,
there's been too many crises. It's hard to keep them straight.
but yeah, the theory is that Green Arrow is going to die since it's his last season.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, but they're really calling it out, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Well, all right, lots to, and then okay, so Damian is mostly in Teen Titans. He hasn't really been showing up that much in Batman. Is he in Detective or not really?
There was an arc a few months back, like he was in it with Batman, so like he every so often shows up, but yeah, he's mostly in like the Teen Titans. Oh, and then he was like kind of showing. Well, they did a crossover too, but he's been showing up a little bit in Deathstroke also.
Okay.
Because they are almost trying to like do a story where they're trying to fake everyone out that like, oh, maybe Slade Wilson is Damian's real father. It's just like, damn, Talia.
I'm guessing that didn't come to pass because Damian is very much Bruce Wayne's kid.
So yeah. Oh, and then the other big story that made headlines, I just thought I'd bring this up, but did you see they shut down production on Titan season 2 because
I just saw that. Did that break today or did it break late last night?
It might have been yesterday. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, something about somebody was killed in a stunt. That's awful.
Yeah, I don't know if it was behind the scene. I'm trying to remember. Looking at this right now. Yeah, the special effects coordinator was killed.
That's
so it's not even like an actual stunt person. I don't think. I think it's just the person. Yeah,
that's too bad. Yeah,
you gotta watch because there's been stories like that the last couple of years. Because what was it last year? I think like one of the stuntmen died on The Walking Dead or something.
Sure. I mean, I feel we have such good technology and safety. We think it's not really that risky, but I mean, it is still a dangerous job.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's more expensive, but I'm surprised a lot of people don't do like more CGI and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I don't know if it is more expensive or if they like the challenge. I don't know.
And then sometimes, especially when it's on TV, like I don't know if they think it doesn't look that good sometimes, depending on what the stunt is.
But yeah, that's too bad. I feel bad for his family. Yeah.
Oh, but what we didn't talk about, we really didn't get into was the episodes of Young Justice Outsiders that came back. Like I told you, there really wasn't much wasn't any Nightwing in it. He showed up at the end of that last one episode.
Well, the very first one where he was like, "You get to decide today if you want to be a hero or not." And then you saw the bats at the end. Yeah, It was. I mean, it's good. The show was very good. Although I must admit that, and I think it's sometimes because you had told me, I will admit that you told me that there wasn't a ton of Nightwing in it, so I was also trying to like take care of some emails or whatever while I was watching it. So I wasn't 100% paying attention. But one of there are a lot of balls in the air, and sometimes I will admit I'm a little bit confused. Probably if I paid attention better, but it's like the stuff with Granny and the trafficking, and then there's always this stuff with Darkseid and like Apocalypse and the light and the reach
I think one of the good things about this series is also like its biggest weakness is like they try to do like the whole DC universe, and it's just like I think stuff gets lost. Like there's like remember last season when Zatanna's father got trapped in the Dr. Fate helmet. They dealt with that. They addressed that in one episode earlier in this season, and that was like never brought up again.
Yeah. There's a lot of balls in the air, and that's cool and sophisticated, but sometimes it feels too sophisticated for a cartoon.
And it's like they're trying to bring in all these younger heroes, and it's like, oh, that's cool, but it's like, I was kind of invested. I kind of like that original team too. Let's see, most of them.
Yeah, I'm getting better about the different heroes, although I feel bad because in the one episode where I guess it's Thanksgiving, where they're at the carnival, and there were a couple kids, the one girl, I think maybe they called her Tracy or something. I was like, I don't know who you are. There are some people. But yeah, I don't so much mind the heroes, but yeah, sometimes it's almost too layered sometimes with the villains, that it isn't just metahuman. I mean, because I think you could do just the metahuman trafficking as an Earth thing with Granny Goodness, but they're also tying it into, I think, Apocalypse and Darkseid, and then the Light and the Reach, and sometimes I get confused on how they are different or whatever.
And it's like there's still pressure on the League. Is Lex still, we still
right? Yeah.
Too, and it's just. Yeah, that's what I wonder if it's gonna reveal Nightwing's like doing stuff behind the scenes with like Batman and stuff. But it's like, okay, so then we're not gonna see him for how many weeks? What? Not till the end of the season or something? Because they came back. They did like the 3 episodes like they were doing. But yeah, like I told you, now every week now they're just putting out like one episode.
Now it's just one. Yeah, and so it's really cool that it's layered, and it isn't. It's not a bad thing. I just have to admit that it seems like it's kind of requiring me to put more effort into watching a cartoon than I want brain power to put into watching a cartoon. So sometimes I'm thinking, I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and then I'm like, never mind.
It's just again, I don't know if they just want to like move on with new characters, but it just seems like they're trying to do too much with too many characters.
Yeah, and like I said, I'm more okay with all the heroes. It's like different layers of the villain stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of, and I'm like,
let's deal with 1 or 2 conspiracies. Let's not.
Right. Yeah, that's because I'm like, how many conspiracies are going on here? I mean, Granny Goodness, and Reach and Light, and
I mean, unless they're going to show they're all connected somehow, but
no, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are connected, but that's what's kind of making my brain hurt. I
know, but you're going to just need 1 episode to be like, okay, this is how they did this and this and this and this.
Yeah, how they're connected. So I'm like, I think you could have a perfectly good season that is just metahuman trafficking and Granny Goodness.
Yeah,
like you don't need Darkseid and all this other stuff. You could just do it. Well, and of course Tara's in there, and it's like, is the Judas contract stuff going to happen in this season, or is that being set up for a future season? I mean, we're already, how many episodes is this supposed to go? 26? I mean, we're already at 8. We already had 18.
Yeah, I know. That's here. I'll pull. I think I have it on this app. But yeah, it's. Or you know what I can do? I can even look at.
Like, that's a lot of balls in the air.
DC app.
For 7 more episodes when the episodes are only half an hour.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe some of this stuff is being planted, these seeds. Well, and of course, that's the other thing, is now Tara has been like, most of the original Judas contract people are not really hanging out with Tara right now. So now I'm kind of, what's going on here? And is this going to come to fruition this season, or is it going to be next? And whatever, I'll deal with it. It's fine. This show, it's not about pleasing me, but I will definitely be disappointed if the Judas contract stuff happens and Nightwing isn't really involved. It will definitely make me sad.
Maybe that's why they're holding off, because they're waiting to bring Nightwing back in. But yeah, they are going to 26 episodes. So looks like, unless they add more, it looks like there's 8 left. So
yeah, there's really not that many.
Mm-mm.
So I'm thinking. So honestly, I kind of hope that some of these things are left so that we can pick up in the next season. But I mean, they've always been doing time skips. So like, how much of a time skip are they going to have? One that's not a time skip? Who knows? But
then it's like they kind of threw out that Jason Todd, hint.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
We've never addressed that again.
Right. Yeah. So so that's why I'm wondering, is maybe this Judas contract kind of thing going to be put off until
I don't know,
a subsequent season? I mean, maybe not, but yeah, they're definitely laying threads down that could be picked up later on.
Mm-hmm.
So, mean, because I would assume that they have a plan for another season.
I would think.
People really like this show.
Yeah, I don't know like what the downloads or anything are, or the streaming, but yeah, I mean, everyone clamored for another season.
Right. So
yeah, they'll do another season, especially now that they have this app.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So it's been good. I really felt though in that one episode. Sorry, I watched them all in a row, so it's kind of running together. But when Beast Boy made his public team, and Artemis was like, "Oh, I can't be on it. I'm too old." When did that happen? And I was like, "Oh man, Artemis, I feel you there."
But yeah, I would just like an episode, almost like a reunion episode with that original team.
Yeah, see what they're all up to. Well, yeah, what's gonna happen with Wally?
Oh yeah,
is he gonna stay dead? That's so hard. But I mean, whatever. Maybe he will. Who knows?
You always eventually come out of the Speed Force, but yeah, I'm just like, are they gonna leave him dead or?
Right. Well, and I've also been kind of, I mean, I don't know, disappointed. But I was really getting into Black Lightning, and then he's like barely been in it.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, where's Black Lightning?
What happened? Because he was cool.
You introduced him this season. Well, why didn't you?
No, he was really cool and felt like a vital part. But then, yeah, I mean, he only appeared like sitting on the couch next to the doctor.
I know. I'm like,
he's got a big emotion.
He's one of those new characters. Where'd he go?
Right. I guess the cost of being too old.
I guess.
Has to stay on the couch. That was only, I mean, again, not a huge thing, but I did find it a little bit funny that the Outsiders is the name of the public team. Because I always thought in the comics, so correct me if I'm wrong though, because I might be, weren't the Outsiders even more covert and hidden than the Titans, Teen Titans?
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I'm trying to remember, back in the 80s, it was just like, when Batman first started, I think it was just like, oh, I'm sick of the League and its rules.
Right. Well, and then I'm thinking of Outsiders. Well, I think it was the Winnick series, maybe, which was
with Dick. Yeah,
was like not totally my cup of tea. It was a little too dark
for
me. But I thought part of it was, all that stuff happened with the Titans and Justice, and it was like, stuff has become too public, and so they let the Young Justice become Teen Titans, and then the Titans, like we're kind of trying to do Black Ops. So I thought it was supposed to be even more secretive. But here, it's less secretive.
I think I don't know. They're just trying to play off the title, and Beast Boy's just like, no, we're not your daddy superheroes. We play by our own rules.
I mean, yeah, like I get it. It makes sense, but it's also just kind of funny because I thought, like in the comics, the Outsiders were more secretive than Titans or Young Justice.
And I just love how like Batman and Nightwing and everyone are just like, yeah, let them distract the light and everyone once they don't see what we're doing.
Right. Yeah.
But I just wish we'd see what they're doing behind the scenes.
Right. Well, I mean, at some point we're
have
to, but yeah, like I said, there's so many balls in the air. It's craziness.
Mm-hmm.
But we shall see. I mean, it's good and well done.
Yeah.
But we shall see.
So anything else? Because I think we hit a lot of topics.
Yeah, I think that's it. Aside from, what is it that's coming out in October? Is it called Dark Multiverse?
Was it Tales of? Here, let me look it up.
Yeah, Tales of the Dark Multiverse or something like that.
Yeah, because the first two ones they're gonna do is like the Death of Superman, where Superman basically doesn't come back, and Lois like goes nuts and gets Superman's powers. But yeah, the one I'm really looking forward to is Nightfall.
Right, yeah. So that Nightfall, I think, is the first one, right? And it's going to be John Paul Valley stayed Batman. So
like Bruce that like fails to take him down. Yeah,
that seems pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then I saw in the article that they have other. I think if those two go well, they have some other ideas, and they said that one of them was. New Teen Titans, the Judas Contract. So I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, I think they already have plans, but yeah, even if
that would be pretty cool.
Especially if they sell well. Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna get more of these.
So yeah, what do you think would be the dark thing in the Judas Contract?
Deathstroke wins, maybe, or
right. That's what I'm.
Kill some Titans, maybe.
Yeah, or some of the Titans. Yeah.
I'm looking for the link. There's just so many links because Comic-Con this weekend.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it sounds good. And that's the kind of, I like it when they do, maybe it's because I don't know, slightly conservative when it comes to the characters, but I like it when they do these kinds of things as like Elseworlds, the multiverse, that kind of stuff, instead of trying to shoehorn yet more things into canon. When they're like, hey, I have this cool idea, let's just do it as a one-off. Like, I appreciated and it turned out to be much better than I thought. I feel like they didn't bill it right when they did Nightwing New World Order. When Higgins did that, they were like, Dick becomes a fascist, and I was like, this sounds terrible. But it turns out it wasn't terrible. It was very interesting. But I appreciated that. I just thought that they kind of sold it wrong at the beginning. But I thought that was really good that it was like, hey, this is an Elseworlds. Like, we're not trying to, stick this into canon, kind of thing, because canon is kind of already overloaded. So, I like when they do stuff like that.
But yeah, the official title is Tales from the Dark Multiverse.
Yeah, that sounds kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
So
I said I cannot wait for that Nightfall one.
Well, good thing it's first. You only have to wait till October.
Yeah, I mean, the Superman one will be good too. But yeah, that's the one I'm really looking forward to, is that Batman one.
Sure. Yeah, has John Val Valley popped up in New 52? Is Azrael in it?
Yeah, he's around. I think he's on that team with Starfire and Cyborg right now.
Oh, okay.
So John Paul Valley's in space. Yeah.
Well, wild.
Yeah. All right. So should we get out of here?
Yeah, I think that's everything, right?
Yeah. So yeah, next time we'll be covering Nightwing 63. I'm sure we'll be getting more Talon.
Yeah, hopefully. And yeah, it was William Cobb again. I thought he kind of got frozen, but I guess he got unfrozen.
Well, again, if you get frozen, you're gonna get unfrozen, I guess.
When you're already dead, so freezing and unfreezing doesn't really phase you at that point.
Nope. Keeps you young, as Captain America.
That's true, and he wasn't even really dead.
Nope.
Oh wait, I was gonna ask real quick. So what when Lex Luthor did his fake dead thing or whatever, what was that in? Was that in Justice League or Superman or what?
Well, a lot of it's in Justice League, but there was a Year of the Villain one shot that came out. Was it like a month or two ago? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think I've read that one yet. I think we got it, but I didn't. Yeah.
It was because I think it. I'm trying to remember. It might have been they might have released it as a cheap. But it might have been when sometimes they release those ones for a next to nothing.
I think it might have even been a quarter or something like that.
Maybe, I think so, because I think they did. They might have released it around New Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the stores might have just put it on this table as a free comic book because it was only a quarter.
Yeah. Oh, and then it's been months, but back when it happened, we forgot the last issue of Titans was actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, did you? I don't know if I even read the last issue.
I did. I kept getting it, but the last issue, they wrapped their issue up. But then a lot of it is Raven remembering when she first joined the team, and it's her having a conversation with Nightwing. And she's kind of like, oh, I got issues, kind of thing. And he's like, it's cool. We all have issues. Blah blah. Anyway, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. He was back in that last one, and it felt very true to his character.
But yeah, see, take Nightwing out of the book, gets canceled.
That's another reason I figure they need to bring it back. Don't they want to bring the Titans title back for when the show starts up again?
You would think so, yeah. Again, maybe they're waiting until it becomes Nightwing on the show. I don't know.
Guess we'll find out.
Yes. All right. So yes, send your thoughts on any of the stuff we talked about tonight, because there's a lot of stuff. Email us capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Follow Nightwing News on Facebook, on Twitter. Follow Capes and Lunatics on Instagram. Send the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And go check out Work in Progress, capesandlunatics.org. All right. And I know you never promote yourself, but go get the book. Go get the book.
Thank you, Phil.
Grayson, yes. Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder. You should have got it on Prime Day.
I don't know if it was on sale.
So what? It was still on there. Go get it. And never forget, Optimus Prime died for you, so Prime Day would be possible.
Yeah, that's true. It was a noble sacrifice of his.
My 8-year-old self was still like, what?
Not Optimus.
No. I don't know they're canceling the first toy line. What? All right. But yes, thanks everyone for joining us. As I ramble. Bring back our Nightwing.
Yeah.
Comics, cartoons. And where was this live action movie we were promised?
Yeah. Bring back Dick. I'm tired of Rick.
I know. I don't know. I guess I'm willing to wait for the Nightwing movie if it means they get it right.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah. Redo that whole movie universe, then try it.
And please make it more Shazam than Batman versus Superman. Not all the way Shazam, but a little more that way than that way.
Right. All right, everyone. Remember Graysons. Well, keep flying, Graysons.